Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. I don't know why I said it that way, but I did. Oh, that's some haze. Anyway. Oh, hello, weirdness on the city. If things look a little different, that's because I've added in some roads so that I can plan out some districts, so that I can kind of think of what we're going to do with the rest of this area, and kind of, start working towards getting that done. We are also going to do a lot out here. This highway is eventually going to come in around here, kind of swoop, join up with the hillside, and then make a connection, probably actually over here. And that'll give us lots of highway access over here. We will bring this collector over. We will bring this collector over to here. We will have this connection through here. This will probably wind up becoming a T-junction. We'll bring this collector down through here. The last time I built on this map, basically your only way into this part of the city from this part of the city was right here, and it created a huge bottleneck. I don't know if this is going to solve it, but hopefully it will. I doubt we'll do like anything over the lake. I think what I want to do at the lake is actually just some residential. I may even relocate some of this stuff. Because out over here, we're going to have a big fishing industry, big oil industry, and some ore. We may even eventually relocate the farm and the forestry. Maybe do like a buyout and slowly relocate all of our industry out this direction. We'll see how the traffic holds up once we get oil, fishing, and ore out here. And I still don't know where we're going to put the airport. I really have no idea where we're going to put the airport. I was thinking maybe running the airport kind of like here-ish, and then just use the train to bring people in, or even just an express metro or something. Excuse me. I don't know. I just haven't gotten that far. I mean, we could use the airport. We just don't have any good place for it. But I did do a few things with terrain to get ready for some other stuff. As I mentioned, this bay is going to have seaside resorts, so I kind of just leveled it off and then smoothed it out so that we can hopefully get some roads down here decently. Like, I'm thinking we could probably run one up around that way and hopefully get one to kind of run down into here, and then we'll just have like a main road that goes around. But as you can see, we've lost about 17,000 citizens. And all the nonsense that we did over here. Believe it or not, this is filled in. There's just a lot of empty space from the different size lots, but it's all filled in. They did a good job. It's not completely upgraded yet, but I think we need to get a move on. Mainly because we want to get this guy up to 5 stars. I did go ahead and add in the School of Medicine. So we've got the School of Law, we got the School of Medicine, and we'll get the School of Hard Knocks, the School of Science, which will reduce pollution. Nice. And reduces electricity consumption. That's handy. Speaking of, how are we doing on everything? We're getting close on sewage treatment. But yeah, this is all just kind of for future planning. And I think what I want to do next is this area here. And I want to do it low density. I want to make this one last little bit of low density and start out high density over here. So we're just going to follow our grid again. We may use different streets though. Like, let's use this street. Just mix it up a little bit. I mean, it's grid, but we can mix it up, right? Sure we can. I don't see why not. I don't hear any of you arguing. Mainly because I'm recording this like 3 weeks before it'll go live. Hopefully, within about a week of this video going live, there'll be a VOD up on my second channel. By the way, please subscribe on my second channel. If you don't get to tune into the Cities Skylines streams, where we are building the city of San Rico, which I like that city a lot better than this one, to be honest. But that's our live stream city, and we've done some really cool stuff with that. So, you may want to check out those VODs if you get a chance over on my second channel. The link is in the description down below, because where else would I put it? I guess I could put a card up on the screen. I'll forget. So, pardon me. Just allergies, and almost out of water. You know what? I think I'm going to go get some water real quick. There will be a cut in the video right here. There we go. Much, much better. I paused the game, so not much would happen. And you wouldn't miss anything. Isn't that kind of me? It really is. So let's look at our services out here. And they're not too bad. You know, I think if we do services out in this area, it could cover both of these and part of that and fill in the gap here. Fire coverage decent, police coverage decent, so I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. What we do want to do is make sure we have schools, though. This is going to be low density, but I would like to get a couple of schools in here. Let's switch it up and go to the community school. And I'm even going to throw in a library. I don't do that very often. I always forget about the libraries, honestly. So there we go. That'll get us some school coverage. Now let's go through and get us some park coverage with some large playgrounds. There we go, large playgrounds. There and there. And real quick, let's just take a look. So we've got that there. That covers most of that one. And we've got elder care there. So if we like throw another elder care down there, that would be fantastic. And we're gonna give them a death care facility right next door. Again, just keeping it convenient. I know it's morbid, but what are you gonna do? And then across the street, we're going to give you guys a few different sporting options. Just kind of change it up here a little bit. There we go. Lovely. I approve. In fact, we could just make this like a little block on its own. Just spread this stuff out, and then we can just, I don't know, do something around the edges. Sadly, no water out here. Oh, man. What a tragedy. Let's go from up here. Ooh, hello, Jumpy Game. How are you? But yes, please do check out the second channel. Watch some of those VODs. We have a good time with Cities Skylines on the stream. We really, really do. And since they're recorded, you don't have to watch, you know, all 4 to 6 hours at once. You can watch it in little bits and pieces as your little heart desires. And follow the progress of San Rico. It's a great city. It really is. I know I'm biased because I built it, but it's a pretty great city. So this is going to be low density, so I don't know that I want to do mass transit out here other than buses, which for some reason a bus is going up there. That's cool. Whatever. But we are going to have some buses, and where is... Well, that's way over there. So you could use that bus station, but meh. I would like this bus line to be as close to that stop as possible so that maybe we can get some ridership on that. I mean, we built that bus line and literally no one is riding it. Either one of them. Very, very disappointing. Makes me very sad. Not really, though, because if my joy in life were determined by a video game having people riding buses, well, I think I would need to reevaluate a lot about my life. Don't you? I think so. So there, what's our terrain like just outside of here? Oh, it's lovely. We could do some things out there. We could do some houses out there. We could maybe do a row of offices. I mean, there is a high-rise band in the city, and we have a teeny tiny demand for some offices. So what if we do like just a few offices like that? I think that's fine. And then we are going to do something I normally don't do and build houses along a collector. We're just going to live crazy today. You know, just go wild, man. So we will line the perimeter with commercial. Even over here by these houses, they just get to look at stores. And then I want to run a bit of commercial in some other key areas. Like, I think that's a good key area. And maybe just a little bit more over here by this park area. Just to get some bit of mixed use. Maybe over here by the library. A couple little stores. Maybe even in front of it. There we go. Just a nice strip of commercial right there by the library. And because the rest of our major need is residential, we're going to go wha-bam like that, and we are going to go to this view right here, and we're going to let this run for a minute. And I did remember to turn disasters back on for this video, so let's see how long it takes before we get some disasters. Let's go. So as I've been sitting here staring at the city, I saw something over here, mass transit, say it was broken. And I was pretty sure it was the subway, because I've had to replace this subway line, like delete it and put it back in 4 or 5 times. It just keeps breaking. Like, this station here will just suddenly lose its stop. And it'll be floating like, it doesn't lose it, it'll just be like floating over here under a building somewhere, and saying disconnected stop, and it breaks the subway line because depending on which direction it's going, it'll break between here and here, and the cars disappear, and we wind up getting thousands of people stacked up waiting to stop. Which, by the way, the subway, look at that, jam-packed full. Sometimes these cars do hit 500 passengers. Right now they're all a little over half full. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them are a little over half full. But sometimes they do get really, really busy. I did extend the metro on over here to our train station. Even though this is all low density, there is some commercial over here, and the train station's right here. Used Anarchy just to shove it in the front there, because that's technically not really a square I can use. I did it to help this bus line, because this bus line even still needs like 160% capacity. It's like, I don't know, yeah, 6.4 kilometers with 18 buses. I think it's finally chilling out. Yeah, we could probably go back to 100%. I think, okay, well, we can't get to 100%, so we will go 99%. I think 11 buses will get it done, looking how empty these are. It's only 6.4 kilometers, so I think we'll be alright. This stop will fill up in the short term as some buses are decommissioned, but there's one coming right now. So, yeah, this is that stop there. It's fine. It is fine. It does have to make that left-hand turn right there, which is a little unfortunate. It'd be nice if we could get it to come down here where it's not as busy. But for now, it's okay. And speaking of busy, traffic is going really well. It was down to about 74%. And then as soon as I connected to this interchange, even though there's not a ton of cars coming out here, it made a difference. And we've been in the 80s ever since. Just that one connection to the highway. So instead of everything having to, from this side, having to funnel through to there. Because we do have this highway connection out here, but really the only way these people can get to it is come over this local road, over that bridge, and down and around. So it's a really long trip. So this was, the more attractive option to them. And that was their only way to get on the highway for this entire side of the city, unless they went over and drove way down here, or just came back up this way. So adding that in down that way helped. I am considering maybe doing just some janky off and on ramps here, just to have one more connection. And we did add this bridge. It seems to be helping a little bit with some of our service vehicles and industry vehicles. Granted, that does mean they're having to go through a residential neighborhood, but yikes. But, it happens. And as long as this doesn't start functioning as a major collector, which it's not, then I'm kind of okay with it. I just wanted to look and see real quick. So I'm paranoid about that whole 2 squares thing. It's not happening at all anymore with it set to mid-century modern. Huh. So there's something about generic low density zoning that causes issues. While we're here, let's grab our forest brush and just... So we've got so many big gaps. Let's bring our density, turn that off and bring our density up. Bring that up, bring that up. Still not getting a whole lot of trees. Alright, fine. Density, strength. And we're still not getting a lot of trees. Did I bring the size up? What's going on here? There we go. Now it's way too many. Let's bring that down. And now it's too few, but it's better than nothing. You'd think these gaps would fill in with like a lot of trees, but for the most part, they're just not. Let's kind of fill this in and blend it a little bit. Click, 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 like that, and make that look nice. Click, click, click. That's how you do it. Click, click, click. And I'd really think that these big gaps would just like be really happy to see the forest brush come in. But no, I was wrong. Except for, you know, right here where I went gung-ho and we're going to fix now. Oh, and as I do that, there's a fire raging. Awesome. Let's add to the general flammability of the city, shall we? By putting down a bunch more trees. It'll look a little bit better. We'll be doing a detailing. I think I started that idea earlier and then never quite finished it. That's why you should watch the VODs. There should be a detailing stream coming up pretty soon, because though we normally build San Rico, I do other things with Cities Skylines in the streams as well, one of which is detail this city. I think it's something that just works out better in a stream format than here in the videos. We got a little bit of traffic happening over here, just a bit. What are our lanes looking like? Are you a straight through and left? No, you're a left only, you're a right only, you're the straight through. We could let people go straight there on the right. There's no need for that to be a right only. And same from this other side. That's fine. Here, yeah, that's all fine. I mean, people aren't really going to turn there, so only emergency vehicles. So maybe getting this second row of, or second lane of people going straight will help. Excuse me. Whoopsie. Wrong button. And this intersection, it's come and go. You'll get just tons and tons and tons of traffic here, and it'll bring it down into the 70%. Yep. That's the lowest I've ever seen it at 72. And then it clears up. A lot of this could be because people are moving in right now. That's a possibility. While we're waiting, let's test. Let's do a test of the emergency highway building system. Let's go there and just kind of follow the road and then bring it down and then flip it around. There we go. And then we'll do one on this side. Be a little bit more difficult to follow the road, I think. But I think we can get it done. And there we go. That one's going the right way. And here, definitely going to be a little harder to follow the road because it does things. Let's go. I'm going to go out like one more because there we went 3 full segments. I guess that's probably 3 right there, but I'd like it to be a little more that way. So what I'm going to do is turn off my road guidelines and just here. Let's see, how long is this? 1580. Okay. Let's just try to get about the same here, but keep it a little closer. That should do. And then let's turn my road guidelines back on so I can see where my nodes are. That'll work right there. And then flip that around. And then we just want one more right here, which is really close, and I think it's going to cause a problem. Yeah. So what we want to do with this one is turn off road guidelines and kind of curve it out a little bit. I don't know, I think no matter what, this one's going to be kind of tricky. There's a good connection there. That'll work. I don't know that this is really going to help anything, but we'll see. What I will do up here is turn anarchy on. That way we can have some dedicated turn lanes. Does that need to raise up now? Are my trucks clipping through? Slip over this way. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we need to raise it up. Yeah, we're kind of decapitating some trucks here. Let's raise it up considerably. The hot dog van will be a little bit taller than that. So we'll go about there. That does make this side really steep. This side we have some room to work with because I've got a little bit of a ramp there. So let's slope these off, and we'll just have to leave that one side really less than ideal. So here we can come in and make that slope fine, and then we'll deal with that one. That's good, 3.8. 3.7, fine. 3.8, fine. And 4.3, a little steep, but it'll be all right. And then we just want to come through and do our lane mathematics with a 2-lane highway right here. We want to get out of that tool, and then we want to click that again. The trucks are all confused. Just shrink that road right on down. There we go. And that gives us a nice little interchange here. And what I want to do here is not this, not that, this. I don't want them going straight across. I'm fine with them turning left, but I do not want them going straight across. In fact, I'm almost tempted to like force them to go straight here, like force these guys into this lane so that they go straight instead of like that guy just did, using this as a U-turn. Though I don't know. I don't know that it'll cause that much trouble as U-turn. Definitely bringing in a lot more traffic here now, and that is going to bring, unfortunately, more trucks through this neighborhood. But ideally, it should help alleviate some of this traffic. I have a bus stop on a collector? That can't be right. Where are you supposed to be going? This bus line is doing all kinds of crazy things. I don't think that stop's supposed to be there. Bus line's still doing all kinds of crazy things. Where is it going that it's looping like that? Then it goes back down here. What? Why does it have a stop down here? Okay, what line is this? This is just kind of nuts here. Yeah, there's something very wrong here. This was never supposed to be down here. That line was never supposed to go down there. That line's supposed to be just up here. There we go. Now it's not doing all the crazy stuff. Now it's doing what it's supposed to. Though, is it supposed to go way over here too? I don't believe so. I don't see why that could go over there. Alright, we're going to isolate everything but that bus line. I think it's that one. Nope. That one? Yeah. I want to see where this is actually supposed to be going. So, it goes there. And then it goes through this neighborhood. This is this neighborhood's bus line. Why does it have stops way over here? How did this happen? We're going to eliminate these stops over here. There's no point in having that bus go all the way over there. That's supposed to service just this neighborhood. How did that happen? There's no way I built that bus line and was like, hey, let's put a bajillion stops over here. There is absolutely no way I did that. So, Did the game just decide that that needed to happen? Let's look at other lines that have a lot of buses on them. And see if maybe we've got this problem happening elsewhere. So that's this one, right? Bus line 7? Yeah. Yeah, this one's doing it too. This one's supposed to just serve down here. And yet it's coming over here with a stop, just a random stop there on a collector again. I never put bus stops on collectors. So now you should be confined to just your neighborhood. Yes. God, what other bus stops have gotten screwed up? I guess to answer that question, we come out here and look on this collector and see if there's any other stops on it. It doesn't look like it. This red stop, though, is only supposed to be doing this neighborhood, and it's coming way over here with a stop. And there's just no need for that. Like, what is happening? That makes sense for this purple one to go through there. What about this blue one? Where are you going? It looks like you're supposed to be just a trade school. I don't see why that would need to go up there. Maybe we need to redo all of our bus lines. I mean, if I've got metro lines breaking, maybe we've had our bus lines break too. That might be something we want to investigate. That one's got an awful lot of stops, and it's really long. But I think that's on purpose. It's kind of hard to see where it goes. No, the way it's twisted back on itself so many times, I would have never designed it that way. And then it's got broken stops that just fixed itself. Yeah, something is very, very broken. Alright, well then, I know what we're doing in the next video. God, I hate to do this. This hurts a lot, but this is necessary. We're going to kill every bus line in town. And I do mean every one of them. It could be because I added roads, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe when we went through and elevated up all of that there, maybe that broke some stuff. I really don't know, but I don't think it should have. We are going to get a really big conga line. Why is this not letting me out of the transit view? There we go. We're going to get a big conga line of polluted buses over here. It's hazy. But that's fine. We can have a conga line of polluted buses. This is slowly filling in. By the way, I failed to mention, this is all self-sufficient buildings. I think, honestly, that the self-sufficient buildings and the mid-century modern buildings, once I find it, there it is. I think they're a good complement to one another. It almost, to me, these look like older versions of the eco-friendly stuff. Like maybe, you know, these are all homes that have been renovated and brought up to modern environmental standards. But they're so similar, like just the bones of the houses, you know, the overall structures. You can easily see some of these just going through some renovations over time and becoming these. You know, I don't think that's a stretch at all. So I think they complement one another to be right here side by side. So I think it's a good thing. It will eventually all fill in, and it's mostly filled in. We've got a couple little gaps, big gap up there and a few back there. But we also don't have very much residential demand, which is kind of surprising because unemployment's really low, and you can see there are places complaining about not enough workers, and that's just going to get worse now that I just killed all the mass transit except the subway How are there still 1,000 riders on buses that don't exist? I bet our subway suddenly sees a lot more ridership, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yes, it does. We went from having trains half full to people getting left behind now, because it is now the only mass transit in town. But we'll fix that in the next video. It'll just be, hey, let's build a bunch of bus lines. It won't take very long, though. Can I not be in this menu? There we go. I had to do that. That's really strange. Oh, hey, it looks like we had a fire over here, too. Good thing it was raining. One thing I do want to look at, though, is this still just crazy? Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. It is crazy because a station wagon parked on the highway. Okay. What is happening? What is even happening? I don't know. I don't know. What do we bring traffic up to? 85%. That'll clear off there. This cleared off, so I think this helped bring the people that were coming this way into the highway. I think it helped take them out that way. Connectivity, friends. It is important. Very, very important. Only thing is, now, these people are going to be less likely to come down here and use this. They'll be more inclined to use that. Yeah, I don't see anybody driving on this. Well, never mind. Okay, take it back. There are people driving on it. So at least somebody's using it. There will be eventually a neighborhood here. We just kind of got distracted and started moving back over this way. We'll bounce back and forth. We need to get over here and do industry. That's a big important thing. But I think we'll leave it here for this one. So until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.